This may surprise you because it surprised me. I thought it was last year that Arrma released the Gorgon, but it was 2023. It was like 2 years ago. How has it been 2 years already since the Gorgon came out? That is crazy. Anyway, this is their new one. It's called the Quake. It's brushless. The Gorgon had a little bit of negativity when it was released. For a couple of reasons. One, it was two-wheel drive, and two, it was brushed. However, for those that weren't concerned about it being two-wheel drive and brushed, that bought it, instantly found out how good it was. And it was really good. As you'll see with this, it was two-wheel drive, but it kind of drove like a four-wheel drive. It was really well balanced, it jumped well. And if you've never driven a two-wheel drive like monster truck before, it was just good two-wheel drive fun. And one thing that it did very well was take a brushless setup. As well as the truck just generally being tough like a lot of the Arrmas are, the drivetrain, it seemed pretty bulletproof. And now we've got the Quake, the 223S version. And I believe there's a few little tweaks to the chassis, but it's pretty much the same thing with a brushless setup and a new body. One of the weak points of the Gorgon was the body. I'm pretty sure they've updated this body so it's a lot stronger, because the other thing was they were really expensive to replace. It comes in 3 different colours. I've chose what I think is the best one, which is the blue, pink and purple. And the other reason I've chose this colour is, well, because I've done this in the past, just to try and persuade my daughter to want to play with RC cars more, because she's not that interested. So if I buy one that's got her favourite colours on, maybe she'll show a bit more interest. We'll have a close look at that body in a minute, but I think it looks better than the Gorgon actually. I like that look. Now, speaking of kids, the Gorgon and the Quake are perfect like first proper RC cars. They're really easy to maintain, they're really tough, they look good, they drive really well, as you'll see. And I'm not sure on the price of this, but I know the Gorgon was a really good price. A great entry truck for the kids and the big kids alike. For those of you that are still going, yeah, we don't want a two-wheel drive truck in 2025, if you've never owned one or driven one, you can't comment. One of my favourite. Comes with a couple of hex drives, so again you can teach your kids maintenance, taking it apart and stuff. More tools, one single Allen key. You say Allen? Some shock preloaders, a set of AA batteries, a little card with some QR codes for support and I think it's like parts. Manuals, little information card, a cool little transmitter. And something I really like what they've done with this is they've colour matched it to the truck. So if you've got a couple of kids, one's got green one, one's got the pink one, you know whose controller's whose. That is a really cool idea. You can select 50% throttle, 75 or 100. On the brushed Gorgon, you probably don't need to worry about that because it's not all that quick. But on this one, especially if you've got guys that are new to the hobby, definitely would be using that throttle limit the first time you try it. Steering trim and steering dual rate as well, I believe. And something this one's got that the brushed one didn't is DSC, which is like stability. Whoa, what happened then? Dynamic stability control, which basically is just going to try and keep you straight when the back's wiggling around. So that's going to be handy. I'm going to take this today to a bike track, which is really slippery. So it'll be interesting to see how that helps this thing hook up on that track. So they've definitely made some changes to the body to toughen it up. You've got this big moulded hard bit at the front there. I guess it's meant to look like some rocks, being called the Quake. Same on the back, big hard bit there. We'll take the body off in a minute, have a look underneath, but that does feel solid all the way around. I reckon that is going to stop that body from splitting. Cool little design, matching wheels, matching bumpers, also matching battery tray cover and skid guard or bottom guard, whatever you want to call it. It was a toss up between green or this one, and well, like I said, I've gone for this one. I like the play on words there, Richt scale, although I'm not happy with the American flag. Ah, there we go. Designed in the UK. Owned by Horizon Hobby, who are a US company. Designed in the UK though. Thank you very much. There we go. Probably makes that a 1 of 1 and worth at least twice as much. Right, there's 2 little pins, one under there, just slides out, and then one there, you just pull, and that should be body off, yes. There's all your plastic structure under there. Does feel a lot tougher. There's actually no real reason to take the body off because the battery's accessed from underneath. But anyway, there's your brushless 2-in-1 ESC. There's been some historic issues with this cutting out. Not this one, I think this one's 40 amp. It's the 80 amp one that cuts out on the 4-wheel drive ones, but I've not seen any issues on this platform. 2-wheel drive, less resistance on it, might be all right. But there's your brushless motor, the 4000 kV, so plenty of RPMs on that. We saw this gap on the Gorgon chassis. This gap's now filled with a cooling fan. The ESC has also got a cooling fan on it. Wires all neatly tucked in there. Servo's tucked down there. Nice bit of cable management across the top. Bit of a bash guard there. I watched a video on, that's the plug. Under here, battery goes just there. You just push 2 bits at the side, lift it out like that. Little clamp holds the cable in there, but I've seen that this battery tray is a little bit of a tight fit for batteries with that there. So what people have been doing is taking that clamp off, plugging the battery in, and then feeding that cable back up through there, which gives you a bit more space in your tray. This is my go-to 3S LiPo, an Onyx one. It's got crazy power. Let's see if that will fit in. I see what people mean straight away. There is nowhere really. No. I mean, this has got big cables on it, but still, yeah. See exactly what people mean. There's nowhere to put your cables. Right, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that on this then. The suspension on these is really nice as well. And the reason it handles so well, because unlike a lot of the other 2-wheel drive like monster trucks, the motor's forward of that rear axle. All of the others I think are rear motor. This is kind of like mid motor, which gives it that better balance. But yeah, the suspension, super good on these. Nothing else really to write home about. It's just a proven chassis. This chassis has been around a long time actually, but just made a few modifications to it in the last few years. Should be pretty tough. Something we'll find out in this video because we are going to take it to a skate park as well. Close. It says it's good for 50 mile an hour. I don't doubt that at all. Probably not going to get a chance to speed run it on a road. I will take my GPS, and the place we're going to first has got a nice field. So we'll see what it does in its actual environment, which is off-road. But I'd like to see on 2S, it'll run 2 or 3S. I'd like to see off-road 2S maybe 35 and then 3S maybe 45. Right then. Where's the power on? Right, this is 2S. I'll give it a quick speed run. The sweet spot for a track like this is about 30 mile an hour. Any slower, it doesn't really clear the jumps. So let's see what it does on 2 cell. Oh, it wants to bring that front up straight away. That's got a lot of punch. Full throttle. Yeah, that's got enough speed. Definitely got enough speed. Easy. Let's give it a run on the track and then we'll get a 3S run in, presuming I don't break it. Oh yeah, it's going to handle well on this track. There's 4 settings for the stability control. I've got it on 2, which is like the one out of the box. Obviously the higher the higher the number, the more stability it gives you, but oh my word, this thing, I forgot how good they were. It just glides, look. So well balanced, no throttle needed at all there. This surface is really slippery, and watch, look. You can just easily control it. You're not even going to need 3S for this. We are going to run it 3S, but you're not going to need it. Got so much control being 2-wheel drive. You can use the throttle to control it, which you can't do on a lot of other 2-wheel drive stuff. Little dab of the brake and it brings that front down. Beautiful. Like I said earlier on, it doesn't exactly handle like a 4-wheel drive, but it just doesn't handle like a normal 2-wheel drive. It's weird. Weird, but in a good way. Watch how it just hooks up round this berm, look. Oh, first crash. Let's run this pack down and then stick a 3S in, see how fast it is, and then give it a rip on that. Oh my word, that is the best jump I have done here with anything. Absolutely anything. Let's see if I can do it again. That was so smooth. Yep, and again. So it wasn't a fluke. Oh my word. Dialed. Absolutely dialed. So 34 on 2S. 3S, I don't think that's gonna be suitable for 3S. It's gonna be too much power. It's gonna be mid 40s, definitely. If we can get the, keep it planted. Full throttle, no, full throttle. Gently feed it in. Well, that's full, but it's just, oh my word. Oh my word. What was that? 45. I think we can safely assume that it will do 50 mile an hour if it's doing 45 on grass. Definitely got 50 on flat ground. Just wanted to flip. Oh, do you reckon we could do a backflip off of there? I don't know whether I've ever done a backflip off of that little jump. Definitely a different kind of animal on 3S. It's not as not as easy to keep it straight. Let's just go up one on the stability, see if that helps. But nice. Can't believe how well it jumps. Backflip. Oh, it does them so easy. Whoa. I think it's time for a skate park. We've proved how good it is on this track. I am going to do one last jump here though. They've definitely put blacktop down. Famous last jump, but I want to do it on 3S, see if we can get a little backflip in as well. Then we'll go to the skate park and just see what its durability is like. Here we go. Oh my word. I just can't believe, I've probably said it so many times in this video, I just can't believe how well, I mean the Gorgon was awesome, but this is the brushless. It's just so well balanced and set up. Look, that's 2 in a row. Well, probably 5 or 6 in a row if you do the 2S ones. All right, let's get you to the skate park. Before we go to the skate park and probably break it, because, well, it's a skate park and everything breaks at the skate park, I am giving one of these away. This thing has impressed me, regardless of what we do at the skate park. This thing is awesome. So I want you guys to have the chance to own one. There's a link in the description, or you can scan that QR code. It's completely free. You do have to follow my page on raffles. So if you don't follow the page, you will need to register to get your free ticket. You can only have one. You can't buy any more. It's completely fair and it's completely free. Don't know what color it'll be. It might not be this color. It might be a green or a red, or you might be able to have a choice. It'll all depend on stock levels when the raffle finishes. I reckon. Oh, wonder what that was then. Right, let's try it again. I was going to say, I reckon this is going to be one of them situations where you don't need 3S. I reckon 2 is going to be perfect for this. Traction. Yeah, I don't reckon you're going to need it, which we'll probably find out in a minute when I switch to 3S and we realise it's too much. just drives. It's beautiful. It's so nice. It drives a little bit different to a four-wheel drive, but a little bit better than your usual two-wheel drive. Arrma's promotional video was at a skate park, so I know people don't like skate parks, but if they're showing it off at a skate park, then why wouldn't you bring it to one? Well, I'm going to run this 2-cell down, and then we'll go a little bit bigger on the jumps with 3-cell. Right, this is purely for science. If I wasn't making a video for you guys, I would not run it 3S because I just don't think it needs it. The slipper clutch needs tightening up on 3S. I can hear it just kind of slipping a bit as I accelerate, which is good because it's protecting the drivetrain. But anyway, absolutely zero requirement to put a 3-cell lipo in. But science, it's crazy. I don't think I've ever had a 2-wheel drive that backflips as easy as this. It's like MT10 easy. Oh, 2-wheel drive def jump. Don't think I've ever tried it. So it's got the speed to clear this. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep the front down to, well, to keep it in a straight line. And to keep it balanced on the jump, but I'm willing to try. Again, just for a video. Oh, yeah. Wow, that was close. I don't know how close it looked on video, but it was close. Let's try from this angle. I can see a bit better from here. Oh, landed it. Landed it. Beautiful. There's not much more to say about this. I was just about to make a bold statement that it's the best of something, but I don't want to say best because people don't like the word best on YouTube because, well, let's face it, everything's the best, isn't it? Every like YouTube video title is best of this, best of that. And I mean, I do it as well. So let's change that word. I reckon this is the greatest 2-wheel drive monster truck that's ever been made. I honestly do. And to finish it off, we're going for the big jump. The big one. At least we know we can get some backflips as well. I don't reckon we're getting in there, but it's still going to go up. Close. If we could keep that front down, it'd get past the railings. Oh, that was close. We hit the top. I don't think we need to question the durability. Last one, I could probably stay here all day doing this. It's just gonna take it. This is the last one. Oh. All right, one more. I don't think we'll be able to get 4 backflips, but oh, that knocked something. Sounds like the pinions moved, maybe. One of the problems with the Gorgon was the motor moved like really easily, whereas this has got a, it's got like, I think it's called a mesh saver or something, but That was a big hit. I don't think we even need to go back to the workshop to assess what's happened, because nothing other than that motor moving has happened. Body. Wow. Body in one piece. Everything in one piece. Suspension feeling a bit softer now, but might just be the oil's warmed up. It is about 22 degrees centigrade today, so it's going to soften up. But wow, the greatest two-wheel drive monster truck ever made, in my opinion. And there's a link in the description. You could get yourself one.